Hi guys, my name is Kelly Stanley. I'm an upcoming graduate of class 2015, part of the rec therapy department at UNCW. I am making this video in regards to my 14-week internship that I just completed at Wilmington Treatment Center. I began January 12, 2015, and my last day was April 17, 2015. My site supervisor was Casey O'Rourke, and my academic supervisor was Dr. Terry Kinney. Wilmington Treatment Center is a private hospital that works with individuals with substance abuse and addiction problems. The max capacity is 140. There was a week or two that they reached that capacity, so it was interesting to see the dynamic of the community, but the ages are 18 and up, only adults, no one under the age of 18. Individuals come in with, I felt like I saw a lot more alcohol versus any other addiction, but other addictions focused on cocaine, crack, heroin, pills, what have you. They did it. There were majority of patients who dealt with some anxiety and depression. There was also a group of patients who were veterans and they dealt with some PTSD, so that was interesting to see as well. The typical length of stay was 28 days. It really depended on your insurance, depending on your length of stay and your preference. Most people stay 28, a few stay 35. There is, the few who just stay for detox, which is typically 7 days. It really depends on the drug that you come in with. But it mainly depends on your insurance and your seriousness of treatment. When it comes to ethnicity and socioeconomic backgrounds, you get a wide array of everything. Working with this population, you realize that addiction and substance abuse can happen to anybody. The rec therapy department at Wilmington Treatment Center was awesome. They're not part of the treatment team. They don't see that aspect of treatment, but it's really interesting to see how important other counselors and other staff members see the importance of rec therapy when it comes to patients and their treatment, as well as how patients perceive everything that we do for them and how much they appreciate it, and they show that gratitude towards you. There are 3 aspects to the rec therapy department, which is off-site outings, rec therapy group, and rec time, which takes place every day. Scheduled off-site outings happen twice a week. Wednesdays and Thursdays, we're gone majority of the day depending on what we do. While I was there, we did a lot of painting classes, cooking classes, pottery class. Once it warmed up, we were able to go to the beach and the park. After every outing, we typically go to lunch. We also went to some off-site AA meetings where patients were able to see what Wilmington had to offer. We're able to network some there as well. So it was really awesome being able to see them outside of the treatment facility and in the community, working on the community reintegration process of their treatment. Rec therapy group happened 3 times a week for 2 hours each day. They split it up based on your counselor. They kind of mixed up the different groups. So you saw, young and old, veterans with non-military. You weren't working with the same group each day. The topics that were focused on within the 5-week rotation are stress management, anger management and communication, honesty and values, self-perception, self-reflection, and utilizing appropriate resources. Due to the seriousness of HIPAA when it comes to treatment facilities, I was not able to take pictures or videos like I wanted to. There's only 2 activities that I would have been able to take pictures of that you could kind of get an idea, but for the most part, you kind of need to see the interaction of the activities, and that not having the pictures allows you to have an anticipation of what to expect if you choose to do your internship at Wilmington Treatment Center. But the last aspect of rec therapy at Wilmington Treatment Center is rec time, which takes place every day from 3 o'clock to 4:30. During this time, patients have the opportunity to engage in different leisure pursuits. They have a couple contract employees that come in and do art therapy, Zumba, and yoga. But other than that, patients have the option to play board games, play card games, do arts and crafts, just a wide array of different recreation activities that they need to practice while they're in treatment so they can get into doing it once they're out of treatment. And different administrative duties of the RT director at a treatment facility is preparing paperwork for any outings that week, any scanning and uploading of documents when it came to group notes and self-reflections that patients completed at the end of each rec therapy group. The rec therapist, kind of spruces up the place when it comes to holidays, but they don't want to make a big deal of it in case it really triggers a patient. My overall internship experience was awesome. I had zero experience or knowledge when it came to substance abuse and addiction, so it really was a learning experience for me. All I knew about substance abuse and addiction was textbook stuff, the typical stereotypes, but being able to work with this population and prove all the stereotypes wrong and get a better grasp of the seriousness of this disease was really rewarding. It's definitely rewarding to see patients when they come in day 1 to the person that they are day 21, 28, or 35. They're completely different, and you just hope that they stay on that right path and continue to work the steps and make the best of their recovery. It was also interesting to see patients who came back. During the first week, I asked my supervisor if there would be a chance that I would see patients come back in my time here or at Wilmington Treatment, and she made the comment probably not, since it's only 14 weeks. But about week 6, week 7, there was five or six that came in that 1 week who were there, my first weeks during my internship, and even up until my last week, there was people coming back that were there week 1 or week 2. So it was interesting to hear their stories and what happened, and it really just proved to me how serious this is and how it can happen to anybody. It's not a certain type of person that addiction happens to. My responsibilities did increase as my time at Wilmington Treatment Center came to an end. The first half of my internship, I did a lot of office work and administrative duties and pretty much excelled at every aspect of office work. But week 11 was when I began to lead and facilitate my own rec therapy groups. So week 11 to week 14, I did that and then completed any documentation that followed each group. I would go into roll call that happens multiple times during the day for accountability purposes. I would go in at rec time and announce everything that was going on that day and what they could do during rec time. From week 1 to week 14, I definitely feel like I grew as a future LRT CTRS. I came into my internship very timid and intimidated by the aspect of working with substance abuse because I didn't know what to expect. But probably about the halfway point, I became really comfortable, was able to be more assertive when it came to the patients and, their accountability for themselves and following the rules. I spoke up more and was able, just again, be more assertive with them, not let them walk all over me, form the therapeutic relationships that I needed to, and set those boundaries. My internship really opened my eyes to the importance of recreation therapy and the population of substance abuse and addiction. It really showed me how much of their recreation time that they took for granted, and during that time is when they would be getting high or be getting drunk. So being able to hear the gratitude from patients of, oh, I used to do this before I got involved in drugs, and now I can do it and do it with my kids or do it with my grandkids. That was a rewarding aspect because we were able to help patients get back into things that they used to do or that they've never done, something that they learned while they were in treatment. One aspect of this internship that I struggled with was processing groups. We had the few classes that we did mock interventions with, but it's completely different whenever you're working with a particular population and being in that setting. It's something that takes practice, and you're not. I feel like the rec therapy department at UNCW is amazing. I definitely was able to put the skills and knowledge that I learned in the classroom to my internship and make the best of my internship. I highly recommend Wilmington Treatment Center if you are wanting to work with individuals with substance abuse. I think it's a great population to work with, and you really get to see the benefits of rec therapy with this population. So hopefully my video wasn't too boring since I wasn't able to add any videos or pictures, but hopefully you got something from it, and good luck to you all.